So I just did a video about the Iranian moral police. So I figured I'd do a video of the DiSantos voting police. I don't know if anybody knows by now, but turns out that a lot of people, several years ago we passed a referendum in Florida, if you're not from Florida, that gave voting rights back to a whole lot of felons. They weren't really felons, they were just people who got busted for weed, basically. So, and it was a referendum, it got voted in unanimously, like 65+%. So this really, really pissed off the Republicans, right? Because, the Republicans have money and empower the mucky mucks, they didn't like any of that. So DeSantis is who's their champion. He's their crusader rabbit in this whole deal. And so he has been going after this. They've been trying to figure out ways to work it and finagle it and look up these laws and see if there's something back in 1842 they can use, whatever. So they went and kind of sneakily passed a little law that said, well, unless you pay up all your debts, like court debts and even private lawyers' fees, that's bullshit. That's none of the state's business. And some other little things, little rule benders. It wouldn't even be, there wouldn't any other circumstances. They wouldn't even be misdemeanors, right? So they went around and issued voter registration to these people, these folks. So them having a voter registration in their hot little hand. If I had a voter registration, I would think, well, shit, the state knows what they're doing. I want to go vote. So that's what they did. So after all this, and he spent like 10 million on this deal, and millions more is being spent, and they're combing. They're going to stop this voter fraud. They found 10 people. 10 people who thought they could vote and voted. And I guess their vote was taken and counted. Or maybe it was in the primaries they got caught too. And people just were, there's videos of these cops showing up, just arresting them. They don't even know what for. The cops going, well, really, I've never even seen these kind of charges before, so blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's just horrific. So these people are looking at, and these are like, some of them are elderly, the one lady she had a felony for doing something that was like 25, 30 years ago. And it's all been over. She hasn't had probation or anything. But these are black folks. So arrested and they're handcuffed and they're taken to jail. And then they have to pay $1,000 to get out. And most of the, you can tell by the videos, and most of these people probably didn't have $1,000 on hand, ready, to get bailed out. Black community, they probably pulled together. But I just thought it was just really that's what it's come down to. Governor DeSantis, in your little white booties and your won't let people go out on the islands to see all the death because people might steal something from a destroyed island. Jesus, what are they going to get? What are they going to steal? Some ashtray laying in the sand? The whole thing is just absolute bullshit. And it's all done by DeSantos, because he likes to use humans as props, not unlike Trump. So anyway, this is just disgusting. And so here, what's after the voter police? What's going to come next? The morality police, or the school um, indoctrination police, or the um, what are these people going to do? How are these people going to act? You're gonna go around and be putting armed guards at voting places. They've already tried to screw that up. I live in a pretty democratic district, so they've gerrymandered the hell out of that. Well, I'm getting off the subject again, and I don't want to rant. So Ron DeSantis, you're an asshole for doing this to these people, for absolutely, nothing, for doing what they thought was right, and for you setting them up like this. This is all just him setting it up. And look, we got these black people. I mean, that's just how it looks. It's like, we got them. Because they're just like, underneath it all, they're all like vicious savages, brutal, vicious. They would love to just kill Democrats. I've actually heard that in this state. They want to kill Democrats. I tell you, folks, I don't know. Or folk, I don't know. All two of you. I hope people come to their senses before it's too late. I really do. But I think that these Nazi bastards have, and they really are, they are the descendants of real Nazis that were brought over here after World War II. Thousands and thousands of them, and spread out all over this country. And then they have offsprings, like DeSantis. His grandparents were more whoever that dictator of Italy was, But he's sure acting like a black shirt, fascist, Nazi, son of a. I just think about it. It just boils me, chaps my ass. What kind of people are these? Anyway, don't vote for DeSantis. I vote for Charlie Crist. I'm going to vote for Charlie Crist. I think Charlie Crist actually has a little bit of empathy. I mean, he's a money grubber too, but he's nothing compared to DeSantis. He's a child's play compared to how much money that grifter's putting in his pocket every minute of every day. He's just throwing millions of dollars into himself and his bank account. Make no mistake about it. Well, adios and buenas noches. Hit the wrong button again. Constant.